Hello everybody, it's Dana Sullivan, the Stampin' Chick, here with another Make It Monday. How are you today, my friends? I hope you had a wonderful, fabulous weekend. My weekend was crazy busy for our annual holiday Stamp-a-Stack here in the Stampin' Chick studio, and oh my goodness, I am still dragging. Hi, Miss Luann, how are ya? I see some folks coming in. Say hi, hey. How are you folks? Thank you so much for joining me this evening. So, I have a collection of products that I have not been able to play with very much yet because I was prepping for the Stamp-a-Stack, and I thought that maybe I would come on and show it to you this evening, and we'd chat about it a little bit, and I could show you a couple of projects I made using the collection and tell you a little about it, okay? Hi, Miss Sharon. How are you? Yes, it was lots of fun. We did 24 cards each person and 8 different designs, 3 each of the 8 different designs, and it was a lot of fun. But it was a lot of work, too. So, all right. The Eden's Garden collection is a sort of sneak peek, if you will, for the spring catalog. So you're going to find this in the spring catalog. Hi, Miss Jennifer. But Stampin' Up! Has let us have access to some of these products early, which is always exciting. And so we get to do a pre-order. And this is available for all customers, not just demonstrators, but you're able to get the stamps and die set, you're able to get designer series paper, and there's this other really pretty cotton paper and some embellishments. So here are the gemstones. They're called Gilded Gems. I love the little marquee with the blues and then the 2 different sizes of faceted type circles that have cherry cobbler and greens and blue undertones. So that's really cool. The stamp and die bundle is very pretty. The stamp set is distinctive stamping, which means you get all of the shading and highlighting all at once. And then it's got some really pretty sentiments as well. I love the dies because we've got a really neat label, paper trim border here, and a couple of frames, and then we've got a loose little sprig here, so that's really neat. And of course, you can see I've been playing already. And then let me share the designer series paper with you. It's so pretty. I love the soft succulent evening evergreen colors. You can see here's some scraps of the little border that was die cut earlier, so that's really neat. The paper is just absolutely gorgeous. I love the gold foiling in there. And it has the distinctive type stamping also with the prints, which you can see here. It's so pretty. And you get 12 sheets in the pack, just like with any other of the designer series papers. You get 2 each of each design, so you get plenty to play with to start out, and then of course you can order more later. So this is going to be in the spring mini catalog. Now the paper, is the paper going to be in the catalog? I don't think the paper is going to be in the catalog. I think the paper is one of those that you have to get now while you can. And then the bundle will be in the catalog. I will double check that and post it as a comment on this video, but I think that's true. Miss Jennifer, if you happen to know off the top of your head, is that true? Did I read that right? That the DSP and the cotton paper are only available right now during this promotion while supplies last, right? Okay, and then the cotton paper. Now this one is really interesting because it is so fine. The paper is very thin, like tissue paper, but it's got a smooth side and then a more coarse side, but it's got a lot of texture in the paper itself. And this is really, really pretty. And you know what? It crinkles up really nicely and makes a really nice background all by itself too. Yes, while supplies last. I thought that was the case. So if you want the designer series paper or the cotton paper, you're going to want to get it now. And you know, Stampin' Up! Has just released a promotion for joining and getting the starter kit. So I think the entire Eden's Garden collection is like $82. And right now you can get the Stampin' Up! Starter kit for only 75 bucks, and you get $125 worth of product. So you can get the entire Eden's Garden collection and some more stuff, cardstock or inks or whatever, and only pay $75 instead of $82, which is amazing. That's a huge discount already right off the bat, right? So a super fabulous deal. And I will tell you, look at, these are just cards that I have created just to show you. So pretty. I love all of the detail in the designer series paper. The distinctive stamping is just so nice. I brought in some of the cork paper here on this one. It's really pretty. And then this is the scalloped contours die. This is the label that comes in the die set with the collection, so that's great. And then this is the big frame. And you can see the border really nicely here, and if you look closely you can see how I've crinkled up the paper. It has a really nice texture to it, I think, and this was a lot of fun to do. I mean, just take your frustration out on things like, and then spread it out nice and neat. Okay, I'm better now. Woo-sa. Lots of fun. And then this one's just a very simple, you know, a basic card with some stamped background and then a little strip of cork. Actually, this was just a scrap. And then a strip of the designer series paper and a few of those little rhinestones. So a very cute, cute collection. I really like it. It's got a lot of possibilities. So I can't wait to go on Pinterest and see what everyone is doing with it already. And I know that there's going to be a lot of different projects already out there. So usually doesn't take long for folks to get some projects going, and that's always fun to see. So, all right, friends, today I thought that I would show you that, and then I'm gonna maybe do a card on the fly because, like I said, I haven't really had a whole lot of opportunity to play with it yet, but Stampin' Up! Gives their demonstrators some really, really useful resources, and one of the things that they gave us is this sample recipe. Hi, Miss Wendy. This sample recipe thing that we can use to case projects that they've made. And they've made some really cute ones. You can see there's a gift box with that cool bow. And a little candy box here with the die cut frame. That's very cute. A little gift tag and an ornament. So there's a lot of different possibilities, a lot of things that you can do with the collection. And so we're going to see if we can do something kind of on the fly here. So if it goes awry, you'll know that that was what I get for doing anything on the fly, okay? So I have all of these things, and I'm going to stick with this same colorway because I want to use the designer series paper. But let's start with, how about a soft succulent card base. So let me get a piece of cardstock here and my trimmer. 5.5. You guys will get a behind the scenes look at how the Stampin' Chick's designer mind works, which is sometimes very, very scary. So, you know, some days it goes together like chocolate and fine wine, and other days it's like a train wreck that you can't stop watching. Alright, I'm going to score this at 4 1/4, so I'm just doing a standard card base here. And let's see, burnish the line, get me a good card base going. Alright, there we go. How about a couple of different pieces of this pretty paper for our, let's see here, I want to do, where's that one? Okay, I don't want it to be the same as this one, so I'm gonna cut a section off of here. Let's do maybe, this is 4, let's do 4 by 4. Now this paper is really, really fine, so be careful when you're cutting it. Don't monkey wrench it or anything. Just be nice and easy. Alright, now I'm going to show you. We're just going to crumple this bugger up. I love doing this. I'm going to sit here and really, really wind it up, right? Focus on all the stress of the day and just go, arr, 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 arr. There really hasn't been any stress today. It's been a nice laid-back day. But, alright, now we're going to very carefully, and I say very carefully because this is only slightly heavier quality than tissue paper. So, hi Miss Kim, how are you? We're playing with the Eden's Garden collection for a little bit today, and I'm totally going rogue and on the fly, which is a little bit scary. So you've come in at just the right time. I love it. Okay, and then I think I want to do a little bit of basic white. Let me grab my basic white here. All right, I'm going to cut this at 4 inches as well. You say cool, we'll see how it goes. I have no idea what this card is going to look like. All right, here we go. I think I'll put that down there. Notice I'm not attaching anything yet. I'll put this. I may need to do like a 4.5 to then scrunch up so that it lines up. I really want it to be about the right length. So let me cut another piece. I'm going to save this one for something else, but let me cut another piece here. Alright, light as a feather. You can see that, right? Okay, I definitely want it to be 4 inches high. So we'll go there. That stuff is so neat. And how about a 4 by 5? Maybe that'll work. We can always cut just a little more off if we need to. Okay, that'll work. And then I'm going to scrunch this one all up too, wad it up nice and tight. I think I'm going to bring in some ribbon and stuff too. This is going to be very pretty. Well, I hope it will. We'll see. Hello everyone, I see some more folks coming in. Thank you so much for joining me. The Stampin' Chick is doing some on-the-fly crafting this evening, so I'm glad to have folks in here to help me out. When I get something totally ridiculous and crazy, you can say, "Ooh girl, no." Or we'll see how this goes. So we may get something absolutely gorgeous. We'll see. I'm just wadding up this paper. This is the cotton paper that comes in the Eden's Garden collection. It's available while supplies last. So once this paper is sold out, that is it. It is gone. The Stampin' Die bundle will carry over to the spring mini catalog, but the paper is while supplies last, okay? So if you like it, then you want to make sure that you get a hold of it, okay? Alright, so now I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and stamp Sending Hugs on the bottom of this. And I'll do that in Evening Evergreen. Here we go. See if I can do this straight. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Okay, and then let me stamp this sprig behind it. I want just a really faint image here. So I'm going to use the soft succulent ink. I'm going to stamp it off one time, and then there we go. Okay, that's nice. And then I can put this piece down. So we'll put that right there. Alright, and then I'm going to glue this down eventually too. I'm going to keep it as scrunched up as I can possibly get it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to run some adhesive around my edges, and that way I can just tack it down, because I want to kind of work it so that it lines up with the edge of that white cardstock and leaves a border. Okay, so we'll see how that works. It sounds good in my head, but does it work out in real life? That's the question. Alright, so I'm going to start here and just kind of go up about the same border edge around there. And I'm right-handed, not left-handed, so let's see how this works. Okay. There we go. And then we'll come across here. Oh, I need to go up just a little bit on that one. There we go. And then we'll come across here. There, I think we're okay there. Now then, I'm not gonna do a whole lot to push it down just yet, because I want to make sure that I'm good and lined up here. And I'm just going to poke it down, just like that. Okay, there we go. And then I'll poke this down, and as I'm going, I'm just kind of gathering and poking. There we go. Let me get this edge where I need it to be. Alright. We're working on it here. This doesn't really have to be exact. I'm just trying to make sure that it fits in the space, okay? So you get the idea. Pull it up a little bit there and crunch it down here. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's looking nice. Alright, that's looking nice. Let me pull this up a little bit, and I'm going to add a little adhesive right here across the middle. There we go. I think we're going to be in good shape. And then this is going to come down a little bit more. There we go. Stretch it down to that adhesive. There we go. Alright. Now I'm really not pushing it down too hard just yet, because I want the ability to maneuver it around just a little bit, okay? So I'm touching it to the adhesive, but I'm not really forcing it down yet. until I get it where I want it to go. Okay, so I'm just taking my time here, finagling it around. And this piece was a 4 by 5.5 inch piece of the cotton paper. Okay, so it was a bit wider than the 4 1/4 inch base. There we go. That's looking nice. All right, now we've got all this beautiful texture up here. Isn't that cool? Oh, I love it. All right, now what are we going to do? I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. We have some ribbons that we can use, and we'll see how that goes. Maybe we want to, you know what? Maybe we even end up covering this up and put a medallion here. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Do. Oh, that's pretty. That helps us cover things up and make a nice line. I like that. All right. I don't know if you guys like this or not, if you like hanging out with such indecisiveness, but I hope you don't mind it at least this one time. But if this isn't your cup of tea, please feel free to say so, and we'll make sure we don't ever do this again. Normally I don't. This isn't really isn't the way that I do things either. I like to already have a plan in mind, but I just thought that it might be fun to come in and maybe work on something a little on the fly. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see if I like it after we're done here. All right. I want to see about this ribbon. Okay, while I'm doing this, I'm just going to keep talking to you also. I showed you the Eden's Garden products, and I showed you a, oh, there's the end of it. I showed you a flyer that had some different projects in it as well. And I actually have a tutorial bundle available with this bundle in mind. And I think it's a really nice bundle. It's got a lot of beautiful projects. And I'm going to give it to you for free. Well, I'm going to give it to you free with a purchase. How's that? When you put in an order on my website, and I will post the host code link for you in the video description here, or you can just go to my website and put in the order. When you order $50 or more, now through the end of the month, and if you order any of the Eden's Garden collection, I'm going to give you this bundle for free. I'll send it to you in an email, and you'll be able to make all of these beautiful cards. They're absolutely gorgeous. And not these ones. These ones are just extras. You're seeing them here. These aren't even the ones that are in the tutorial. So you get even more bang for your buck. How's that? Alright, let me put that right about there. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Alright. Snip, snip. Okay, I like that. That's cute. Okay, then. What else should we do to it? That's pretty cute. I want to get a piece for the inside before I forget. Okay, here we go. You know what else is really pretty with this set? Another stamp is so pretty. It's this big cluster here. So nice. Let me show you. I'm going to stamp it on this inside piece. Let me grab my scrap paper. I'll stamp it just off the edge a little though, okay? Alright, let's go here. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. I love distinctive stamping stuff. It's so pretty. All right. Put this on. I think with this collection, it's got so much detail in the designer series paper, and the sentiments and the images are so nice that it's good to leave your card as just simple. I think that's very cute. And let me get some of these here. I'm trying to refrain from grabbing my clear ones. I am struggling with the little marquee cut rhinestones. I'm not going to lie to you. I've got to work on that a little bit. Let's put that there. There we go. I like that. Okay, is that too basic? Is it cute? What do you think? All right. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. All right. Let's do another something. What paper is that? Oh, that's vellum. That's vellum. Let's do some die cutting, shall we? All right. I want to do a few little sprigs with that vellum because I think that would be cool. I think I've got a piece here. And man, you guys are quiet. Is everybody okay out there? Hello, hello. What are you all up to this week? I know it's Monday, but has anyone got any big plans this week? How about for Veterans Day? How many of you folks are doing something nice for Veterans Day? Our local high school does a really nice production on Veterans Day that's called Night of the Patriots, and the band and the choir and the flag corps and thinking that there's a couple of other little presentations too. Do some really neat little things for the veterans and their families at the high school, and it's really neat. So we got to do an early viewing of it year before last because Hannah was in the band, and so we got to do the parents production, which was pretty cool. It wasn't very crowded, and we got to see the same production that everyone else was going to see later on that night, but be crowded. It's a big thing in our area, and a lot of folks come, so it's a busy night for the school, and it's a busy night for the kids, but they do an amazing job, and it's just really neat to see. All right, I have cut some of the little sprigs in vellum, and I'm going to set those there, and then I think I want to do, get this out of the way. How about an evening evergreen card? We'll do a 4 1/4 by 11. Score it at 5 1/2. Let's see. Score it at 4 1/2 and then 5 1/2. 4 1/2. 5 1/2. Here we go. I'll burnish that 5.5-inch line here first and make sure that my card is even. And then burnish the 4.5 score line the other direction and give me this nice book fold type fancy fold. Okay. And then let me do, that's not big enough. Let me do, grabbing some designer series paper, picking out here, I think maybe a 3/4 of an inch by 4 inch. All right. And that one can go there. And then let's do, let me look at my papers here. Well, let's just do the back side of that one. Oh, that's pretty cool. That one's too close to the other one. Alright, I'm trying to think of something different with one of the papers I haven't done yet. Let's do that one. Alright, so this is 4.5 from the edge to the first score line. So we're gonna do 4 1/4. By 4. There we go. Alrighty then. I think I will. Hi, buddy. Got the dude over here. How are we doing about daylight savings time? Is anyone else feeling a little jet lag by it? It's getting dark so early and it feels like it's so late. Ugh. Alright, I think I want to take this and I'm going to bring it over and tie it in a bow. See, some folks are still with me. That's good. I haven't run you off yet. Here we go. Come here, Loopy. Alright, and ribbon, scissors, there and there. Okay, cinch it up to get it going down really good. There we go. I like that. So far, so good. The bow works. All right. Okay, let me see. I want to stamp I want to stamp Evening Evergreen and that cluster here. We'll just put it right here in the corner. It's very pretty. And then, how about, dear friend, how are you? Let's put that on the front. Let's save that for the front. It does stink, Kim. I tell you, I am one of those people that the weather definitely affects my mood. So you'll notice, and when we're doing these live videos, if I'm not sounding as chipper and bubbly as I normally am, it's probably because the weather is a bit icky here, or the darkness is just getting to my soul. It was a really nice day out today. I mean, pretty much. But the darkness is just bleh. Alright, now then, I'm going to take some tear and tape and I'm going to put down on here. And that's going to hold my ribbon in place. And it's also going to close this panel up good. So it really has that nice book fold to it. This isn't something that you have to do. Certainly you could just leave it, but I think that it helps with the whole book fold idea. So this is just something that I like to do with this particular fold. I'm gonna burnish that down. There we go. All right. There we go. Now it opens like it should. So cute. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like that too. Alright, well, let me figure out what I'm going to do with the front of this thing now. And let's see here. Those. Got my little scraps of my borders here. All right. Okay, I'm going to use this on a piece of soft succulent cardstock. Let me see if I've got... Oh my goodness, look at that. That's not what I want to do though. How about a little strip here? Okay. Alright, so the way that this particular die works, sometimes you'll notice with Stampin' Up! Dies that it's got the cutting edge along here, but then there's not any cutting edge at all on this section. And that's because it's meant to just cut a border out of the edge of your paper. So however wide you want your paper to be is up to you. You would line this up with the decorative edge up against the edge of your cardstock. And so we'll do it right about there. And then I'm going to run this through the machine and you'll be able to see what it looks like. Okay. Let me do this. I'm going to grab just a little scrap of paper tape here, or washi, to hold it on line. Also, when you're die cutting metal pieces that have long straight edges, you kind of want to do them at an angle, and this will help keep from having so much resistance on your dies, and it'll prolong the life of your dies and your machine. So that's kind of a handy tip to have there. Here we go. Alright, and then when you take this off, I like to give it a thump down on the table and it pops out all those little pieces. Okay, and then my little trimmer here. Here we go. And now you'll have the two different little pieces. So this is just garbage scrap, you can throw it away. And this is a nice little decorative edge, right? So let's see how we want to use this. I think maybe we could cut this down a little and do it like that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put a bit of adhesive right here on this side. And I'm going to line it up with the bottom. Just like that. There we go. And then I can take my scissors and just trim right up the edge. That's nice. And then we'll have to trim a little bit off of here. So it looks like about 1/2 inch or so. Now I'm going to save this scrap piece, of course, because that's a 1/2 inch I can use for something else. Alright. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I like that. That's doable. Hold on now. I'm going to put this edge almost up to the fold line because with the paper, with the DSP being 1/4 inch smaller on the side, so it's 1/8 inch all the way around, this leaves a nice little gap here. So if I do it up close to the edge, it leaves a nice little gap on all the areas, which is perfect. There we go. I like that. And then it opens this way. Alright, now what are we going to do for the front here? Let us see. I have this dear friend, how are you? And I want it to go there, so I know I need to do that. But let's see how we're going to make that happen, shall we? Got some nice scraps here. How about a stitched rectangle? Let me see what that looks like. I'm going to gather all of my go-to labels here. All right, Tasteful Touches. I mean, that's big enough. That's big enough. That'd be okay, wouldn't it? That looks alright. Okay, let's see. I'll set this one up here. That may be a good possibility. How about our Stitch So Sweetly dies? You know, that's alright, but you know, we could do a little piece like that and some white, but I think that's a bit much on the ends, so maybe not that one. Alright, I think that the Tasteful Touches one is the one that's gonna do it. That was really nice. Let's check the ornate frames just to be sure. You know, this one is nice if it fits. It does fit. So the question is, do we do this in ornate frame like that, or is that a bit much? That could be layered like this. Maybe that'd be okay, right? If we did that in gold, that'd be pretty. And then do this in white. All right, let's see how that looks. We can always go back to the Tasteful Touches. Let me set this aside. And I want to cut this right quick so I can stamp that sentiment. So I've got that here. Just give it a little hot air so it stays good. There we go. Let me die cut this piece. Now I'm definitely going to have to use a little bit of washi tape to hold this still because I want to make sure that it's lined up even. Even Steven. There we go. It looks pretty good. Then again, with anything that has straight lines, you want to make sure and do it at an angle. There we go. I have quite the mess on my workstation today. I've got all the things scattered out. Alright, that is ornate layers. So let me put that here. Okay, I think that would be good. So we're going to go with that. Let's see. Give me some gold. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to use the inside scrap from that frame I did earlier because check that out. That is perfect. Okay. I even actually have a little bit of room left over on it. Here we go. Turn it at an angle. And when it comes to these delicate die cuts that have lots of detail, I really like to go over it a couple of times just to be sure that all those teeny tiny little holes are cut through. It makes life a lot easier when you're trying to poke them out. Okay, let's see what we got here. Look at them just falling out of there. I love it. That's kind of satisfying to see them do that. I'm going to set that off to the side because there's a lot of little bits there. Let's make sure that all these are coming out. There's a little bit going on right here. 1 and 2. There we go. Let's see. A little bit here. There. Isn't that gorgeous? That is a beautiful piece. I love these dies. So pretty. Okay, now, I know that you guys have heard me say before, when you're going to be mailing a card, you want no more than 2 layers of dimensional on the card in order for it to go through the U.S. postal machines, right? The meter machines. So since we don't have any dimension on this card yet at all, I'm going to put the white piece on dimensionals, and then the entire piece is going to go on dimensionals as well. Alright, so I'm going to put this piece on with dimension. It's a little bit too far to the left. Just a little. Come on, friend. There we go. A little bit too far. Let's try that again. There we go. That's good. That's good. And then we'll put it on the back of the big gold piece as well. I'm trying to stagger my dimensionals. I don't know if you can see that, but I've got these ones kind of in between, so that way when the card gets put into the envelope, it's not double thick in the same spot. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to just put this piece right here. I think that's pretty. Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it? Alright, there we go. Love it. What do you guys think, huh? So pretty. Alright. And then let's put, I don't know. Let's see here. Oh, I see some thumbs up. Good. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. I don't like these ones on there. I'm going to get some of the clear ones. These, the little round ones have a really pretty cherry cobbler tone to them. So I'm going to have to do another project with a cherry cobbler base to it, I think. But let's get some of these clear ones. I think, well, that might look a little too much silver, huh? I don't like that either. Alright, well, let's see. Ooh, hold on a second. Let me grab something. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Don't go anywhere. Hold the phone. How about... Here we go. Here we go. All right, I have Gilded Gems. Let me get the little ones. I've got those. Those are pretty. I have the champagne rhinestones. I think with the gold, the champagne looks more peachy, pinkish color. Generally, you can get away with using champagne with gold tone or in place of gold tone, but I think with the gold foil, it really shows. How about the little metallic pearls? Those are pretty, but kind of dull looking. I think maybe these are nice too. The wonderful gems. Those are pretty. Let's see how they look. That's nice. Maybe just enough little something there to... There we go. What do you think? All right. Well, friends, I hope that you guys have enjoyed hanging out with me this evening and see how my crazy mind works. I mean, I die cut these little pieces and I didn't even bother to use them. So, oh yeah, the Gilded Gems would be nice too, wouldn't they? Where did I put? There we go. Let's see. You know, that's the wonderful thing about not putting these down very tightly. Let's take a look and see how the Gilded Gems look. I got them out thinking, and it's okay that they're a little bit thicker because the double on here is going to be just fine. So let's take a look here and see. Yeah, that's pretty too. I'm going to bring this down just a little bit. Do you struggle with your rhinestones and placement? I always struggle with my little gemstones. Alright, anyway, there you go, friends. Plenty of ideas and possibilities for you. I hope that you guys have enjoyed hanging out with me this evening, and thank you so much for letting me come on and totally fly off the cuff, and I appreciate you I appreciate you being here with me this evening. Remember that I will be putting the host code on here so that if you'd like to order the Eden's Garden collection or anything else, you can place an order of $50 or more and get the tutorial bundle for the Eden's Garden collection. And I have on my events page on the Stampin' Chic Dana Sullivan Facebook, the Whimsy and Wonder class will be coming up very soon. It's on November 20th. The cost of the class is $45, and it includes an entire pack of designer series paper, a package of those gorgeous, wonderful snowflakes, and a roll of the frayed ribbon. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be making 8 cards, and it's going to be gorgeous, and you're going to love it. So if you'd like to sign up for that, you can head over to the Stampin' Chic Dana Sullivan Facebook page, then click events, and you'll see it there. I also will be posting the PDF tutorial bundle for the holiday Stamp-A-Stack that we just completed this weekend. It'll be getting posted sometime this week. It's $15 for the bundle, and there are 8 different Christmas cards on there, and they're all absolutely gorgeous. You will love them, so stay tuned for that as well. All right, friends, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and until next time, bye for now.